Hello and welcome back to Eastern Europe 1259, and indeed look at where we are now. Yes, I have come very far away, as for some reason these vassals are over here. I actually don't know why. I was actually trying to expand our, shall we say, view of the map, you know. I wanted to explore a little bit. I wanted to try to figure out where the other factions are, because we do have a number of people that actually do want our head on a pike. So I was like, yes, okay, I will make a concerted effort to find those wonderful people that want to murder us, and I will get murdered by them. Yes, that is partially it, but otherwise I would like to obviously defeat them and eliminate them from the game, if at all possible. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll be a little bit lucky here, and obviously the fact is, well, I do need to level up my polearm skill a little bit more here, because it is frankly, oh nice, there we go. We actually got a nice hit on these guys. What? How do they have Mongol horse archers? They're working for the opposite side now for some reason. Nice hit. Okay, wow, this is kind of interesting. Not entirely sure what is even going on there, because I would have expected these guys to be working for their own people, but apparently not. Apparently they liked the you know, grass is greener kind of situation, I suppose. But I guess we'll see. I don't know. Maybe they actually ended up defeating or potentially attacking one of the Mongol hordes, or maybe actually just getting some of the prisoners rescued from another army that they're at war against. And wow, there is a significant amount of... What? Why are there so many archers? They have so many archers. I mean, we are outnumbered technically, by the way. We are outnumbered, so this is a little bit dicey. Not a terribly big fan of this, especially considering I don't actually have a lot of archers myself. I'm going to be telling them to auto-delegate here, because this is just, you know, way too much for me to do by myself, because I am going to need to micromanage. Well, technically I'm micromanaging our cavalry and our infantry at the same time, but I mean, kind of, I guess. I mean, not really, because, you know, once I send my infantry in, I don't really need to worry too much. Whoa, these guys are going to be pretty damaging, though. This is something we need to be very careful of. I do not want to die if I can help it, because that's going to result in a massive amount of casualties. Now, if I can just go along here, then we should be okay. Don't put away your shield, Bruce. Why are you doing that, you idiot? Yeah, my mouse likes to do that sometimes. It's like, yes, actually you do want to get shot in the face. And I'm like, no, mouse, I do not. Thank you. Thank you very much. I would appreciate it if you could not do that. There we go. Not sure why it's doing that, but yeah, anyway. The point is, we should be okay if for some reason these... Okay. These cavalry, the enemy's cavalry, is basically just standing there. Okay, well, that's helpful, isn't it? Yeah, that's very, very useful. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. I almost got him. Unfortunate for me that I am just as bad as he is, because he obviously ran into a tree, which is kind of like me. And then I managed to not capitalize on such a wonderful event. But yeah, there you go. Mongols Khan Guard just eliminated there. Nice and easily, right? And we also have, we do have, I think, a really, really nice opportunity. You know what? I'm going to tell them to charge in. We're going to go hyper-aggressive here, because there are so many archers on the opposing side. And I'm thinking we probably, yeah, I'm going to do this. Going to go like so. Going to go for a nice, yeah, there we go. That's the spirit right there, Bruce. Thank you very much. Yes, the spirit of Christmas past, as well as present and future, have come to visit the wonderful peoples of whoever this faction is. Yes, I have no idea who these guys are, because they technically should be... if these are from the Turov faction, they should technically not be here anymore. You know, they should be eliminated from the game, because we have taken their last fief, or at least I thought I had taken their last fief. Maybe I need to take a look at... no, I think they have actually been eliminated, because I think we saw that, right? I think we actually saw that message come up, so we shouldn't have to really worry too much. Okay, so the one thing we really need to do, though, is we really need to eliminate these archers. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I want to tell my... this is the reason why I don't really like charging this early on in the battle, because we're going to get these situations now where our infantry is just going to run around randomly, you know? They're going to run around randomly. It's going to be the worst thing in the world. And they're just going to go after anyone that they can get their hands on, which is absolutely terrible. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to tell them to go after... I was going to say to go after the infantry again, but you know what? We're going to tell them to go after the archers. I think this is probably the best use of their time. And indeed, look at the amount of damage we can do with our horse once more. It's just so extremely powerful for us. And I think we should be okay. How many have we lost so far? We lost 10. Okay, that's not as nice as I'd like, but it's fine. It's fine. Generally, I like to try to maintain at least casualties of, well, let's face it, you know, most of the time, I'd like to get under 5, but that is a bit too strict. You know, it's very unlikely that it's going to be like that, you know, because no matter what kind of strategy you use or who you're fighting against, because obviously these guys are very much on the back foot. They are very much not going to have anything super powerful anymore. I mean, we've seen them have literally Mongol units, so it's, you know, they're not using their own people anymore, which means that they have a supply problem, and that's obviously to be expected, considering if indeed these guys are Turov, well, then they're very much not going to have pretty much anything to recruit from, so there you go. But I guess we'll see. Ooh, some very nice pinpoint strikes right there. Not too bad. And indeed, I can just speed everything up now. And there it is. Very nice victory there. Okay, so we are now... Oh, wow, that is a significant amount of renown. I was actually thinking, oh, yeah, we're not going to get that much for this. But no, we were actually outnumbered. I didn't even mention that to you, but... Yeah, we were actually outnumbered, shall we say. Should I just let this guy go? That's the question. I kind of feel like maybe I should let him go. But yeah, just look at how many people we have here. Look at this. We've got so many tier 4s. It's actually insane how fast you can get tier 4s. And the same thing, once again, I mean, like, obviously, this would be fantastic, right? I would love to be able to get these tier 6s under our command. They would be so crazy good. But... it's just not worth it. It's going to take way too long, you know? It's going to take way too long for us to get them. I could get these guys, though. Not going to go for the caravan guards or anything like that. We might go for the regular spearmen. Might be kind of fun. And maybe... oh, no, we need more axe. No, okay, yeah. We need more archers. And we need more cavalry, technically, right? So... there's more archers right here, so technically we do need to actually lose more people to be able to get them, but yeah, I've got too many of these guys. So I'm going to let these guys go, a little bit, at least, and we'll just get the horsemen. Sure, why not get the Mongol Lancer? Might as well, right? Might as well. And how many do we have left? Okay, we have a handful left. I guess I'll just go for the regular archers, because they do actually level up into elite archers, as you can see right there, so that's not too bad. Then we got 5 spaces, so what do we want? Well, I do want to go for tier 4s, but we have Crusader. Never mind. Okay, I was going to say it would be super nice if we could get some Crusader units. That would be kind of fun, but as you can see, these guys are the maximum tier for that particular upgrade tree, so that is not good enough. That's not good enough for us, thank you very much. So, I think what we'll do is we'll go for some Axemen. I think that sounds pretty fun. Alright, and that's going to have to be it. I'm not going to be taking any of these other guys, thanks very much. That's just going to be a huge weight that is not really very useful for us. Okay, so, wow. Okay. Wait a minute, is this... No. No. I don't think I can actually do anything with that. Oh, a composite warbow that is 166 pounds in strength? That's actually kind of insane. If you take a look at the missile speed, that's 166 missile speed. That just goes to show that there are actually composite warbows that are that strong. I thought you'd have to look far and wide to be able to find something like this. And I thought you'd have to find a longbow to actually even have the possibility of this being a thing. So I'm actually... you know what? Okay, I'm actually now thinking that what we're going to do is we're going to try to find something that isn't splintered, right? So I'm going to go into the nearby town, because there is actually a town very, very close to us right now. And I'm going to see what we can do, because there will be something, right? Or at least I think so. There will probably be something. And look the amount of loot that we're getting here. I don't even have roguery skill. It's crazy. What is this? Okay, there we go. Look at that. 37,500. I am going to be obviously taking... should I even bother taking the food? I have 106... No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I am going to take some of the extracurricular food, though. And then we're going to move on. There we go. Yeah, our horse armor is really, really good, by the way. I think I saw someone talk about the horse armor. No, the horse armor is completely and utterly fine. We are having no problems whatsoever with that. Let me actually just take a look at the inventory real fast just to make sure. There you go, there it is. Reinforced half-plate barding. I don't think we have anything better than that on us, as you can see right there. Some of... I mean, we got like a whole bunch. Actually, you know what? I need to get rid of that. Yeah, I need to get rid of a huge amount of that because it is literally just weighing us down for no reason. So I'm going to go in here and just get rid of that. I mean, look at this guy. They have literally... What is it now? 170,000. I mean, that's crazy. And all of these are massively weighing us down. So, especially, look at this. 27 of these, and they have 8.2 each. That's crazy. Yeah, so we need to get rid of all of that. Thank you very much. I'm going to just leave a handful here because there is actually someone that uses a horse. Yeah, there we go. This guy. Let's just replace that horse armor. Thank you very much. And I think we're actually fine now. Yep. Okay, we are actually fine. That is pretty perfect. Now, are we hurting? Yes, we are actually hurting a little bit. So I will just do... yeah, hurting is so annoying now. Okay, let's try to reduce that a little bit, and then we'll reduce this a little bit more, and our hurting is now 0.04. I think we can probably get rid of some wall mounts, I guess. We are getting 51,000 just from the small amount of saddles that I'm selling here, which is pretty crazy. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. And indeed, we will just do this and get the rest of his money. And now we're leaving him with 1 gold, because that's exactly what we do. Yes, there we go. I find it hard to believe that a trader would do that, but there you go. That's what they're going to do. And a caravan ambush. Ooh, I don't think that's really necessary for me right now, but yeah, this is where we are. As you can see, I just came up from here, and I thought to myself, okay, well, where is this faction going to be? Because, wait a minute, I can't go this way, right? No, this is where the Fog of War is, by the way. This is where the Fog of War is, so I am not actually able to go there. Or should we say the restricted zone. I'm going to assume that as time goes on, you know, development and so on and so forth with the mod, maybe it's going to be, you know, expanded. I don't know. But, yeah, just to let you know that obviously I can't go over there right now. So let's actually make our way over here because, there's another hideout. A hideout of Ushkuyaniki Raiders? I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. Wait a minute. I'm making so much money. What? Look at that. 11,300? How am I making so much money? I guess it's the new town that we have. But I'm very surprised that it's giving us so much because I actually thought that our original town was a lot more prosperous, but apparently not. Or I don't know. Anyway, we're going to just go for a nice little auto-resolve here. We'll take some casualties. That is to be expected. However, look at what they had. Look at this. They had some crazy good units. And, yeah, well, I mean, I probably should have actually leveled up my forces before coming in here. But, oh, well, never mind. So, let's just have a look. Let's get these archers. Oh, that's not good enough. Okay, let me just cancel that real quick. I need to make sure that I'm not taking all 10 of them, obviously. There we go. I actually need to figure out what are the best archers in the mod, you know? That's what I need to actually figure out. And if anyone knows, by all means, you know, let me know what the best archers are, from which faction, that is. And yeah, I will be very, very happy to know that so that we can go and get them, obviously. Okay, can you tell me about nearby settlements? There we go. Okay, so he's telling me about 2 nearby settlements. There you go. So I no longer need to go there. I absolutely love that system because that means I don't need to do the guessing work, shall we say. This is a little bit problematic, actually. Wait a minute. Maybe... Wait, no. This is not the Fog of War. So can I actually go here? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think that is not available. Is that true? Yeah, no, I think that is true. I don't think I'm able to go over in that direction. Okay, well, that's fine. We don't really need to worry about that. As you can see, there are so many big looter parties as well. It's extremely nice. Because imagine you just go in for, you know, a quick little looter fight, and you immediately get yourself, you know, an additional, I don't know, 20 renown or something. And indeed, yeah, this is indeed the Fog of War. Look at that. So we're not going to be able to explore there anymore. I'm actually surprised. Are we actually at war against anyone? No, we're not at war against anyone. Okay, for some reason there was a message earlier that told us that we were at war against other people. So I'm kind of a little bit perplexed as to why that was, but okay. I guess that's just how it goes. Okay, so I'm wondering what we're going to do now. I think we're probably going to do Beast Whisperer here, because despite the fact that I personally very much like foragers because of the minus 15% disorganized state duration. I mean, you know, if you're ever in enemy territory and you really badly need your disorganized state to expire faster, then this is obviously really, really good. However, it only works when you are the party leader, or at the very least, this character, whoever has it, is the party leader. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So we obviously want to go for something a little bit different here. Double the morale bonus from having diverse food in your party. That's probably what I'm going to take. Because sound reserves, yeah, sound reserves is okay. Okay, well, to be fair, if I were to put this in a tier list right now, and, you know, obviously I do have, if you're interested, by the way, there is a tier list on my channel, and there is over, I believe it is 4 hours of me talking about perks, if you really care about it that much. If you care about it as much as I do, so many perks, oh no. Yeah, but the point is, I put all these perks into a tier list, and this would be in probably like, I don't know, B tier or C tier or something like that, because it is not that good. Minus 10% troop upgrade costs, who cares? Right? Who cares? It might even be an F tier, to be honest. I mean, it just doesn't do that much in comparison to Gourmet, or as we like to say it, Gourmet. Yeah. So yeah, double the morale bonus from having diverse food in your party. Boom. Yeah, we'll get that. Thanks very much. And let's have a look at her as well. Okay, yeah, well, a good day's rest is probably the way to go here. Yeah, I mean, really, how can you say no, right? I mean, it's just party leader, though. That's the problem, you see. She would have to be the party leader for this to activate. And we also have, aha, yeah, this is actually very nice. We're going to be taking Forced March because 2.5% increased travel speed when party morale is higher than 75. This is actually something that now very much affects us because morale is much more applicable than it normally would be, because most of the time we're not really, you know, we're not really having above 75, or at the very least it's more difficult for us to have that. All right, so we have spec'd him in that. Let's actually see here. I feel like speccing him into leadership, to be honest, but I think we're just going to go for some more scouting because he already has some points in that, and I think it makes the most sense. There is a wait a minute, there is actually, whoa, there's a town over here as well, and there's a hideout. What is this? 0.4 influence is required to maintain command over 2 tier 6 troops. Yes, so obviously if you have read the download page for the mod, you'll know that to, well, as it just said there, to maintain control over tier 6 troops, you do have to spend influence. However, that is a little bit strange because I have had tier 6 troops for quite some time. I have these guys, and they are, as far as I'm aware, maybe they're not that high level. I don't know, maybe they're not the specific kind of cavalry that we need to, I don't know, that we need to have for it to actually count. I don't know. But yeah, the Mongol Horde people are running away from us right now, so I'm not going to chase them because otherwise it's just going to be an absolute... It's going to be an absolute mess, isn't it? Okay, so we have these guys. Let's have a look. Overpriced. Yeah, that's not going to really work out too well. What I would love to do, actually, is go into the tavern. And you know what? I actually might like to get a caravan, to be honest. I might like to get a caravan, but yeah, we're going to just go ahead and ask about nearby settlements. Really? Just one of them? Are you joking? Okay. That's quite funny. All right, so there's literally just one. That's hilarious. Okay, so who's this guy? Let's have a look at you. Oh, yes, you are a German person and a Swedish person. All right, well, that is not that useful. However, let's see. You don't have any skills. Do you have any skills? He has steward skill. 51 in trade, 129 in engineering. This guy actually would be fantastic as a governor. Unfortunately, he's not going to be that good because he is a different culture from us. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit problematic there. I am going to... Oh, dear, here we go. Oh, what's this guy done? As you leave town, a merchant approaches you. He shows you a document indicating that one of your horse archers took out a loan to be repaid on departure with a quarter part as interest. Your man shrugs, calls the merchant a thief for loaning at such ruinous rates, and says he lost the money gambling anyway. Really? Wow, that's pretty crazy. Okay, yeah, well, I'm actually going to pay back the loan out of our own purse, and even if we get a reputation for being easily manipulated. I mean, to be honest, the only reason why I would select this option is because of morale. That's it. That is the only reason why I would select this. If I was RPing this, I would choose force your soldier to repay the loan with full interest. That is what I would do. Not because... I don't actually understand the reasoning for being for increasing the reputation for being close-fisted on this particular event, because I think it's just being honest, to be honest, right? Because let's face it, you are, I mean, you're forcing your guy to take responsibility for his reckless actions. This was extremely reckless, you know, for someone to do that. But yeah, I'm only doing this because of the gameplay impact. If it was you know, an RP thing, then I would be doing the other option. But yeah, what we're going to do, because I have about 800 now, 800 influence, and we're just gaining influence as well. Oh, wait! They chose Triniota as the new ruler. Yes, this is actually something that happened in real life, as far as I'm aware. Someone actually said that basically Triniota was some kind of... well, he was some kind of traitor, or at the very least, he had plots, right? He had plots, and he was making plans to take over the faction. And as far as I'm aware, I think he actually did he assassinate King Mindaugas? I actually can't remember what the comment said, but there was a lot of drama associated with it. A lot of really big happenings, and Triniota indeed is some kind of you know, some kind of guy, some kind of Judas guy, you know, because he's just going against his king, and yeah, he did actually become, as far as I'm aware, the ruler of our faction back then, and that's pretty amazing. I did not know anything about that, and that is extremely interesting to actually see that the game has done the same thing. I don't know whether that is a that is a scripted event or something like that. If it is a scripted event, then that's actually kind of fun, because that means that it is extremely realistic in that sense. And now we're going to have some issues, because this is Wow, yeah, this is a pretty large faction right here. Alright. I'm gonna have to go through the town. Oh, are we gonna get ambushed? No, I'm not getting skirmished or anything like that? Okay, that's interesting. I'm assuming that castles are the only places that do skirmishes. Hello there, that person that I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce. Should I? What is his name? Vyashislav. Yeah, that's not how it's gonna be pronounced. For sure. It's been a while, he says. Yeah, it sure has, sir. It sure has. I don't remember you at all, but there you go. If he remembers us, then we should probably just act as though we do. We know him. Yes, we know him. Okay. I'm just going to nudge you in the side. Yes, we know him for sure, don't we? Yes, we certainly do. All right, well, here we go. For some reason... Oh, yeah, he was actually raiding something? Was he raiding a village? Yeah, it seems like he might have been.
Forward! Forward! Advance! Right up after me! Mounted Archer! Sergeants, take command! Root Archer! Forward! Archer, loose formation!
And that is all she wrote right there. Yeah, there we go. That is an Angela Lansbury situation, absolutely. And we now have, boom, there you go, another 10 renown. Obviously, not really fantastic or anything like that, but it doesn't matter because we just eliminated a wonderfully proficient vassal from the battlefield. We don't have to worry about them anymore. We can kind of just relax a little bit more here. And yeah, we are otherwise just going to be taking a couple of prisoners here. And ooh, what do we have? Okay, nothing too amazing to write home about at the moment. 17,000. Maybe I should have donated the experience there because I actually don't even need money right now. Our money situation is going very, very nicely. Ah, hello. There is actually a siege going on. Ooh, that is a large, large siege. But as we know, sieges are insanely deadly in this mod. So I'm thinking right now that we probably don't need to be super concerned with it. I think we can probably just be like, yeah, you know what? Just go for it, you know, sir. Just go for it. It's going to be absolutely fine. I'll be with you in a second because as soon as he has done that siege, he's going to be so weakened, it's just going to be, well, I don't want to say a cakewalk, maybe a pie walk. I don't know, maybe it'd be a pie walk, but yeah, anyway, the point is, it's going to be very easy. It will be very, very easy for us to eliminate him, potentially. Obviously, it very much depends on how the garrison is, whether they do a good job at defending. If they don't, then obviously that's going to be a problem. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it will be okay. We are otherwise just going to be... you know what? I'd really like to get some more horse archers. I will actually, from between this episode and the next, if I remember to do so, I will be attempting to get a slightly different composition in regards to our army. I will try, if I can, to swap out a bunch of our infantry for more archers and more cavalry, basically, if I can get more cavalry, because obviously it is quite difficult to find these guys. It's kind of dark in this particular battlefield here, because obviously we're fighting at nighttime. Not exactly pleased. Nice hit. Oh, that was a nice hit. 51 damage. I like seeing that. Thanks very much. Okay, so let's tell these guys to auto-delegate. That's how we do. And is this guy... No, I thought he was couch lancing for a second. That was going to be a little bit dicey, wasn't it? Okay, so let's move these guys over here. Get these guys here. Put them into a nice little loose formation. And we should probably get these guys to follow me as well. Where are they? Oh, they're over there. Interesting. Okay, I actually thought they were in the tree line over on the left side. Oh, that was a nice hit. Hello. Okay. Very surprising. Now, I could potentially get murdered instantaneously here if I'm not careful. So that would be bad. But thankfully, there are a couple of little mountainous hill areas in this area, and it does make everything so much easier because it means that the line of sight of the archers is disrupted, which means that they can't just attack us and snipe us from basically wherever. That's the reason why that previous fight had the archers doing so much damage to us, because they just had clear line of sight the entire way, and we really had a bit of a problem there. But this one is a lot easier for us to deal with. As you can see by the amount of casualties that we're currently taking, we're taking 0 casualties. You know, because that's just how things are going to be with a line of sight obscurance, as it were. And yeah, it's going to be super, super easy. So we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. And indeed, they are even running away because they are so extremely terrified, which is to be expected. As I said, generally, if you're up against an army like this, there is no way. I'm not going to stick around either. I'm out of here, you know. I am certainly out of here. And indeed, look at that. We've ended up losing one person so far. I don't think we're going to be losing too many more. I am, however, going to get my cavalry out of this situation. Going to tell our archers to charge in here as well. And let's try and see if we can do a little bit of snipage on one of these guys. Never mind. I think he actually got eliminated already. Ooh, that was a close one. Nice. 34 damage. Okay, can we get some more? Yeah, no, not yet. Nice. There it is. Okay, so we should have this in the bag. There it is. Yep. Which bag, you ask? I don't know. It could be a Tesco bag. It could be Sainsbury's bag. Who knows? But yes, otherwise, let's have a look. What are we going to do? I want more archers, but there are none, really. I mean, I could get these, but they are maxing out at tier 3, as you can see. So that's not something I particularly want. What about those fellows? Ah, here we go. Yes, they actually level up more. So I want those guys, right? Yeah, I want these guys. So let's get those guys, and then they're hopefully going to be able to be converted relatively quickly. I am very pleased, actually, that Mr. Treniota has taken over, and in his, well, in his infinite wisdom, he has decided to declare war, and I very much appreciate that, to be honest, because we weren't at war against anyone beforehand. So, yes, obviously, I'm not that big a fan of him taking over in general, but I do like the fact that he has decided to do something, you know, instead of just basically... you know, resting on his laurels, as it were. But the question is, where is King Mindaugus? He's dead. He died of natural causes. But did he actually die from natural causes? I mean, in real life, I don't believe he did. I think he was killed. But in the game, obviously, the question is it scripted that he died of natural causes, or is it implied that he was killed by someone? Treniota, you know, is that the thing that was going on here? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna actually just speak to him for a real quick second.
It's been a while.
Hello there, sir. You have a very interesting helmet on. Now the question is, does he need something from us? Scout enemy garrisons. I could do that. You need to have some experience. Is he serious? You need to have some experience in scouting. That would be very, very funny, actually, if I literally was playing a character that had some scouting skill. But yeah, you can see here, I obviously only have 23. However, the game obviously does not check to see whether you actually have a scout. And as you see here, we have one that has 187. Which is quite funny. Yeah, I mean, it's a classic, isn't it? Yeah, it's a classic. So yeah, we'll see what happens here, because obviously we do have this guy attempting to siege. Oh, hello, there's Suxy. Oh yeah, we love Suxy and Sapatis. Yeah, I know that's not how you're supposed to say their names, but you know, I'm saying it just for the funnies. So yeah, we're otherwise going to see here. Whoa, this is crazy. Yeah, this guy is literally just dead. He is ripped to shreds. Yep. Wow. Okay. I don't envy anyone that wants to fight these guys right now. Our faction is looking extremely, extremely strong. I actually have to admit, I am extremely pleased, by the way, that Turov is on the external of our faction right now, and it's so far away from basically anything else. It really makes a huge difference. Because look at it. I mean, obviously the one thing that is a bit problematic with it is obviously trade, because caravans have to go through all sorts of swamps and obstacles and things like that. But other than that, I absolutely love it for the fact that our villages are probably going to be completely left alone. And I do very much appreciate the fact that our governor is going to automatically continue building it up. Because if we take a look at where do I actually see where do I actually see that? Huh. For some reason, I can't do that at our main town. I would have to go to our castle to be able to manually, or should I say remotely, take a look at our management. So we're going to do that just now, just because I want to make sure that we're getting exactly what we need. And as you can see, look at that. Yes, manage settlement. So if for some reason this manage settlements button doesn't appear at Minsk, which is a little bit weird, but yeah, at least I can just come over here, and as you can see, what? Look at the loyalty. Yeah, it's because he's obviously finished with the siege workshop, and we now have our loyalty working overtime because of festivals and games. So what we're going to do is we are going to probably get the courthouse first of all. That's going to take 35 days. That is a little bit harsh, but you know what the main problem is? We just don't have enough food here. As you can see, the food is going to have some big problems. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I will have to make some personal deliveries, as it were. And I'll just have to go and, you know, offload a bunch of my food over there, I guess. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.